Now, excerpt from In Darkness by Nick Lake. I'm the voice in the dark, calling out for your help. I'm the quiet voice that you hope will not turn to silence, the voice you want to keep hearing because it means someone is still alive. I'm the voice calling for you to come and dig me out. I'm the voice in the darkness asking you to unbury me, to bring me from the grave out into light like a zombie. I'm a killer, and I've been killed, over and over. I'm constantly being born. I have lost more things than I have found. I have destroyed more things than I have built. I have seen babies abandoned in the trash, and I have seen the dead come back to life. I first shot a man when I was 12 years old. I had no name. There are no names in the dark because there is no one else, only me. And I already know who I am. I'm the voice in the darkness, calling out for your help. And I have no question for myself and no need to call upon myself for anything, except to remember, I am alone. I am dying. In darkness, I count my blessings like Man taught me. 1, I am alive. 2, there is no 2. I see nothing and I hear nothing. This darkness, it's like something solid. It's like it's inside of me. I used to shout for help, but then after a while, I couldn't tell if I was speaking through my mouth or just in my head, and that scared me. Anyways, shouting makes me thirsty. So I don't shout anymore. I only touch and smell. This is how I know what is in here with me in the darkness. There is a light, except it doesn't work. But I can tell it's a light because I feel the smooth glass of a lamp, and I remember how it used to sit on the little table by my bed. That is another thing. There is a bed in here. It was my bed before the walls fell down. I can feel its soft mattress and its broken slates. I smell blood. There's ample blood in this place, and on me, and all around me. I can tell it's blood because it smells of iron and death, and because I've smelled blood before. I grew up in Bentonville. It's a smell you get used to. Not all the blood is mine, but some of it is. I used to touch the bodies, but I don't do that anymore. They smell too. I don't know what happened. I was in bed minding my own Zafi. Then everything shook and I fell, and darkness started. Or maybe everything else fell. I'm in Canopy Vert Hospital. This I know. It's a private hospital, so I figured the block must be paying for it. I don't know why they brought me here after they killed Biggie and put this bullet in my arm. Maybe they felt bad about it. Yesterday, or possibly it was longer ago than that, Tintin came to see me. It was before the world fell down. Tintin must have used his pass, the one that Stephanie got him to get out of Site Soleil through the checkpoints. I wonder how Stephanie is feeling about that now that Biggie is dead, because she was UN and she shouldn't have been sleeping with the gangster. She must have really loved him. Tintin signed my bandage. I told him it's only plaster cast that people sign, not bandages, but he didn't know the difference. Tintin doesn't know much about Enyan. Example, you think that he signed his name on my bandage, but he didn't. He signed Route 9, like he writes everywhere. Tintin doesn't just tag. He likes to shout Route 9 when we're rolling in the streets too. Route 9 till I die, dumb stuff like that. I will look at the people we were driving past and say to him, you don't know who these people are. They might be from Boston. They might cap you. That's the point, he would say. I'm not afraid of them. I'm Route 9. I thought Tintin was a cretin, but I didn't say so. Old people like my man said Route 9 in Boston used to mean something back in the day. Like Route 9 was for the Arstad and Boston was for the rebels. Now they don't mean anything at all. I was in Route 9 with Tintin, but I didn't write it anywhere, and I didn't shout it out either. If anyone was going to kill me, I wanted it to be for a good reason, not because I said the wrong name. Anyway, when I rolled in with the Route 9 crew, I didn't want the Boston thugs to know me. I didn't want them to know me till I had them at the end of my gun, and they would have to give my sister back. I tried that in the end. It didn't work out how I thought it would. I wanted it to. In the hospital, after Tintin wrote Route 9 on my bandage, he shook my hand. It hurt, but he didn't notice. How are you, he asked me. I got shot, I said. How do you think I am? Tintin shrugged. He got shot a couple of years ago, and Biggie and Stephanie arranged for him to come here to get sewn up. For him, it obviously wasn't a big deal. But that's Tintin. He's like so full of holes, so easy to hurt that he stopped the world from hurting him by hurting it first. If he found a puppy, he'd strangle it to stop himself liking it. He knows I got shot too, before when I was young, but I don't remember that so well. Everyone in the hood be giving you props. Blood, Tintin says in English. Tintin was one of those gangsters who talked all the time in English, like they're from the hood or something. The real hood, like New York or Baltimore. You're cold out here. Vresh Shamir. I didn't know what to say, so I just said, word. This is the American gangsters say when they want to agree with something. I said it so that I'd still sound like a player, even though I couldn't care less about that thug shit anymore, for reasons which you will learn for yourselves, for your own selves. But that seemed to be okay, because Tintin nodded like I had said something profound. Leave here, you'll get a block. Gen problem. Maybe be the boss one day your own self, Tintin said. You killed those Boston motherfuckers stone dead. Now I shrugged. I didn't want a block. I want all the dead people to not be dead anymore. But that's a lot to ask, even in Haiti, where dead people are never really dead. Where is Shamir? A real ghost. Shamir's for gangster in the site. Shamir because we melt out of nothing and we go back to nothing afterwards. Shamir because we die so young we may as well be ghost already. You're thinking strange things to call yourselves, strange things to have a name that means you're gonna die young. And yeah, it's the name that the rich people came up with, the people who live outside the site, but we took that name and we made it our own. Same as Thug, same as Bandy. You want to name me Shamir? Too late, I already named my own self. Anyways, now I think it's kind of a good name. Now I think maybe I am a real ghost. Not a gangster, but a dead person. Sometime today or another day, I heard people shouting from far, far away in the darkness. It sounded like, survived? Alive in there? Wounded? I shouted back. You can guess what I shouted. I shouted yes. I shouted help. I shouted those words in French and English. I shouted in Creole to tell them there was an accident and I was hurt. Then I thought that was a dumbass thing to shout, because this is a hospital. So of course I was hurt. And it must have been ample obvious there had been an accident with everything falling down. But nobody answered and the voices went away. I didn't know when that was. I don't know when it's night or day, when it's day, or even if night and day even exist anymore. If I can hear people shouting, but they can't hear me, does that make me a ghost? I think maybe yes. I can't see myself. I can't prove that I exist. But then I think, no, I can't be a ghost. A ghost does not get thirsty. And as I'm lying here in the broken hospital, it's like my mouth is bigger than me, bigger than the darkness. Like my mouth contains the world, not the other way around. It's dry and sore, and I don't think of anything else. My thinking because my thirst is like this. Water, 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 water. Am I dead? Water, water, water. What happened? Water, water, water. Is this the end of the world? Water, 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 water. That is how my mouth swallows everything else. Maybe my mouth will swallow me, and then this will all be over.